Hey, if it really starts raining, you gotta go in the house, okay? Got it? Come here. So loose. What is up, Team Danger? We are back at it again on this beautiful rainy, it's actually Monday of all days. So I've got this student here. It's pretty much ready for paint, just a couple little odds and ends, mask it off and shoot some paint on it. Well, I am at the mercy of the weather because, as you can see, I don't have a fancy booth, I have a home garage, and when the humidity is off the chart, there's a chance that it could blush. I know that you can use different reducers and things to negate that, but I don't have to get it done, so I'd rather do it one time than have it get screwed up and now I'm eating a shit sandwich. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my attention to my own turn and through my easy up, and we're gonna get down on the turbo parts a little bit and see how we go. I'm not in a particular hurry, and if it's pouring rain or the wind picks up, it is what it is. But I'm gonna kind of just power through it, and I enjoy this anyway. I enjoy working on this car. Little rain never hurt nobody unless you're the Wicked Witch. So let's get after it. So here is where we are at so far. This guy is obviously in the way, so we're gonna have to figure out how to reroute that. But essentially I have plumbing pretty much in place. So it goes down, runs to this. I don't have a blow off valve. I don't know what we're gonna do with that yet. But basically hooks a 90 into the intercooler up to here. You seen it go up. We'll make sure these lines clear properly. And then in here, hooks a 90 goes up. It clears the steering and everything we got over here. Just barely, but it clears it. And then it kicks up into this 90, which goes into the turbo. So technically we're plumbed. I got to get some T-clamps to really make sure that works. But what we're going to do today, we'll remove this, take these off, and kind of see if we can get it to route around this. And if that looks good, then maybe we'll screw with some exhaust. This is that special clamp that I bought. I don't know what size this is. We'll have to see what size. I want to say that's like a 4-inch or whatever, but we'll see what we got as far as exhaust tubing goes and then where we go with it. I was gonna punch it up through the hood, but California passed a new law that's a $1,000 fine for loud exhaust. Supposedly it doesn't apply to an older car, but I think exhaust coming out of the hood is just unwanted attention. And I just want to have fun and enjoy this car. I don't want to be worried every time I see a police officer. You know, obviously if I'm doing burnouts, that's one thing. You're being an idiot and you deserve it. But just to try to drive it around and enjoy it and have my son in the back, I don't want to get rolled because I made a shitty decision to stick exhaust out of the hood, which I thought was awesome until the fine showed up. So I think we're gonna turn it and try to dump it in the wheel well somehow or something. So let's take some of this crap apart. I'm excited. Alright, so we got the catch can off, which is pretty simple. Moved the hose, coolant line. So it's funny because everything's much cleaner, so we'll just have to figure out how to route it better. And then because you guys know that I love hardline so much, I think I'll just run, you know, a little piece of rubber hose here and hardline that catch can wherever it ends up. So I haven't decided where to stick the catch can. Maybe on the same side, just further over, out of the way of the turbo. And then we'll just run a hardline so it's nice and clean. We don't have hoses flopping all over the zip tied to stuff. And I know, you just got to get with the hardline, man. It's like an LS. Get with it, would you? Here we go. So we are clean now. And then as you can see, our tranny hard lines are having an issue. But watch this. I'm just going to bend them around that. Lay in the water. So these are cool. And then it comes up. The other thing too is going to clearance that a little bit more just to make sure it doesn't rub. Like if it moves, I don't want to punch a hole in that. So We'll bend these. I'm gonna take this off. We'll make this a little more round just on that corner here, and life will be good. Get that thing positioned. Woo! Look at that. Looking good, baby.
Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got?
Lulu.
I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. Is that all you got? I'll take your best shot. I'll take your best shot.
Alright, I told you. I told you if it rains, you gotta go inside. I can't have my only employee get sick on me. We won't get anything done. Come on, girl. Break time. Come on. Come on. I know you're hiding. I know you hate it. Come on, break time. Come on. Break time. Break time. Break time. Break time. Break time. Luke, break time. Break time. Oh, you're gonna get in trouble. Good girl. Come on, let's go and break. Good girl. I'm sorry. It's cold. Should have sit this one out. So bummed. She's so bummed. I need to get like a little jacket and then she can hang out, a little raincoat, but yeah, not happy. The morale of the team just went down a little bit. Alright, since I'm happy with the routing on there, we're just gonna go ahead and take this V-band off and then kind of match up the size of pipe that it is. Like I said, I think it's 4. So now we have to go braid the weather. We'll pull this off and then go rummage through the scrap and see what I got and see what kind of action and trouble we can cause. So here's our clamp. This is the compressor side, and then this is going to be the exhaust side. So I'll measure this and then we'll grab some pipe, see what I got over there, and we're going to get wet. I'm excited. Little rain ain't going to stop me.
And picking up slack, I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket.
Look, I even found an muffler. Whoa. One more tap.
I want a girl who gets up early.
That is my pile of scrap that my friend Brett gave to me. He used to do turbo components and pieces and parts. He had to clean his garage out one day and he's like, "You want all this stuff?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want all that stuff." So again, another freebie. Just goes to show, if you got cool friends that do cool shit, you're gonna get stuff like this. And most people be like, "I don't want that junk." And I'm like, put that shit on my side yard because one of these days I'm gonna need it. Well, this rainy ass day is the day that I need these. Let's see what we can do with what we got. And then I also saw that I have an extra radiator hose back there too, which I was wondering. I kept off of another car that I pulled the swap out of and got rid of, but it had a good hose on it. So that should hopefully work out for the things I need on the cooling side too. So we're doing good. Probably waste most of the day making some form of exhaust, but if we get something decent, I'm good with that. All right, at this point, I'm gonna strap this V-band kind of back in place and then grab a bunch of these and kind of look at it and fit it and daydream about how we're gonna get this thing accomplished.
I want a girl with a smooth liquidation. I want a girl with good dividends. At Citibank, we will meet.
I have made an executive decision. It looks like on the end of this pipe here, this is all 3-inch. There's a lot of good bends in it. And it looks like it has a reducer from 4-inch to 3-inch. So I'm gonna start with that because then I can make decisions based on that. I have a bunch of 4-inch over here with some other bends. So maybe I can come out at 4-inch if I need more bends. And then at some point reduce it to 3 so it's easier to step in the wheel well. It's really tight. I'm just gonna try to take it down. I'm just gonna literally try to take it out of here, up, and then just kind of dead end it down underneath this piece. So it's basically kind of right here where it just dead ends into here. So that way it's not too deep in here. I should hopefully have suspension travel, which I'll have to tack all that up, take it off the jack stands, and then basically bounce on the car, make sure it doesn't touch it. Because if that thing's smoking hot and it touches this, that's a bad day. So we're just gonna try to dump it and end it right in here in the pocket. I hope there's enough space back here to stuff it down the back. That's the plan. Let's execute it. I'm gonna cut some stuff up. Let's get rolling. Hopefully I don't get shocked with my stupid chop saw. Well, that isn't the shittiest cut ever. Not even close, man. I wasn't even close. So I'm gonna go back to what I should have done in the first place and just cut it by hand, because the blade isn't big enough, and then with all the bends and stuff. So we'll just zip these all off, kind of get some bends going. This is not helping. We're gonna get better. We gotta get better than this. All right, well, I had to step my game up and bring my table over here, so I got that cleared off instead of working on the ground like a complete caveman. I'm gonna finish chopping up the rest of these bends and things off camera, so we can just get it done, and then we can kind of finagle it, Tetris the thing together, cut some sort of hole in my inner fender, and tag something together, I hope. If that looks good, we'll take it off jack stand and the cycle suspension, just to make sure nothing's hitting. All right, here we are with several parts that I've cut off that snake-looking piece. This is a reducer that goes down to 3, so I think it's like a 3.5 to a 3. So we're gonna start here, straight out of the turbo, and then basically I have 2 pieces here to make like an S bend. So what I'm trying to do is take it out of here, bend away from here, and basically make a hole. So I get it in, up, kind of high, and then just down behind the tire. And then I'm hoping that the tire can articulate, move up and down, and the exhaust is not touching. So this is the part where you're cutting a hole in your inner fender, and you have to remind yourself, do not cut your brake line, do not cut your brake line, do not cut the brake line. I have to cut right by this stupid thing right here, and it's really thin wall. If I even touch it, it's gonna be bad, especially for safety. So I'm not gonna cut my brake line, that's right. Just a friendly reminder, the angle I was cutting at when I was standing on this side of the brake line, I was doing that on purpose so I didn't get into the brake line, but I was holding the thing with a death grip, because if it bucks, it's gonna come towards you. You don't, unless you're in that situation where you gotta do that, you really don't wanna do that. You wanna have the blade kind of consistently spinning away from you, and you don't wanna be in line with that. You don't wanna look down the blade. You always wanna be to the side of that thing, because if it lets go when they do, bad things happen. I've had a number of them come apart. Typically when I was doing dumb things, I've been lucky so far, knock on junk cars, but you gotta be smarter in the tool you're using. If you're not, it's gonna bite you. Just a friendly heads up. The good old Miller, weld in the rain, baby. This is the part where Dane shocks himself. Shocking. Well, I have some form of an exhaust. I don't know if the A-arm is gonna hit, if there's enough room for the tires, so the only way to do that is to take it out jack stands and then kind of just jump on the bumper and see what happens. For the most part, honestly, turn the wheel back and forth and see what kind of clearance we got. But I wish I was a little bigger, because I don't know how much motion in the ocean I'm gonna create with all 150 pounds of me, but we're gonna give it hell. Probably slip and hurt myself in the rain, but let's take this thing off jack stands and see how much interference we have or we don't have. Let me give you a look at it. Just poke it out there. And then this is what I think is gonna be the issue. I don't know how much that arm moves or doesn't, but I know we're way down because the suspension is down. So I know we can come up a bit, and then it pokes down there, which should have room here, but I don't know, we're gonna find out. Yeah, we definitely failed on that one, watch. It's not supposed to wiggle. Okay, plan B. Now that the car's on the ground, and I don't have all the room that it looks like I had with it unloaded, take it off, cut some more, and then see where we go. And then I think when I take it off, I'll bounce on it and see what kind of room I actually have. So we chopped everything up, and I got a new tack on there. So now we'll do the jump test on this portion before we stick the little end piece on. And I think I'm just gonna zigzag, and it's money. Just get it out of the engine bay and kind of point at the tire. So let's jump on it and hopefully not slip and hurt ourselves. We need to get out of the way. Turn this motor off. All right, succotash. I'm gonna call that a win. So we're good there now. Let's see, we got the up, now we need the over. Let's see, we'll clock it, tack it. We'll bounce on it again, see if anything wiggles. Well, here is what I came up with for the most part. I can clean this up a little bit with the flap wheel or whatever, but it goes out and then it basically just points down at the corner, which is under here. Let's see if we can get a better look up underneath. So that is it. It basically comes out and points to the pocket back here. And I've got that much space in between. And I bounced up and down, it didn't touch it, so I don't know, we'll find out. Then when I turn the wheel the other way, it still clears it. Let's see how we go. Good old power steering. With like my 13-inch steering wheel. All right, that is our steering. As you can see, my turning radius is dog shit, but it is what it is. So let's see if we can see. I don't know if I can sneak you guys back there if you can see. So that is that. We are far enough away, I think we are good. I can bounce up and down on it like that. See if it hits. Try it again. So that is it. That is the fruits of my labors today. I had a couple things I had to run and do some stuff, so it cut into my day a little bit. But it's supposed to be rainy tomorrow. As long as the wind's not going to blow my canopy away and I'm not going to flood and go floating down the street, I'm going to be back at it tomorrow because we need to make this thing run. I know you guys want to see it. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I'm looking forward to taking it to the dyno. And like I said, 500 wheel horsepower should be attainable. Maybe a bit more. Maybe we'll push it. Maybe we won't. I just got to get it going so we can find out. You guys, hope you enjoyed. Keep it locked. I'm out.
What happened? Oh, okay, it's a weird place to stop. No, I'm glad you did.